Man, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It's late. I, but it's for a good reason. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely had to take care of some stuff on the home front. So that's why our brother's late. Not because I don't care, but I did want to make sure. I was like, I said we was gonna do a show tonight, so let's make sure we do it. Make sure we keep people uh, accountable, namely the host. That being said, it's Fangs up at the dark. All right, y'all. Let's cue up Prime.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings and salutations. Another episode of Fangs up here. HBCU Digital Network. This is home to Herb Stewart and the Black Techies. Also, home to the Fangs Up podcast. Look, I'm gonna have Fred get me right tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time. But woo. Let me see if I can dust that off a little bit. But man, it's classic weekend. I don't know what to tell y'all. Battle of the Bands tomorrow. Some good times to be had here in the city, beautiful. But today, ain't gonna lie, we're gonna dedicate this time to the game. Talk about the Big Florida Classic, as Keith Miles would have said years ago, and kind of talk about what that means, what it looked like, and really what it is. So, uh, volleyball, women's volleyball SWAC championship tournament. Sorry, SWAC champions. You know, I'm a little sad about us not winning the regular season, but it's cool. Men's basketball, women's basketball, they caught that L. If you mad about that, you talking to the wrong person. Look, it's Classic Week, and but look, one of the cool things about Classic Week, Miami's the home team, and we have a bunch of recruits here. And look, this one Lorenzo Payne from Parkwood, Florida, Parkwood High School, but he's showing you the graphic, letting you know he's gonna be at the Classic, and he's gonna be one of many. This is the thing that they sent out there, and you kind of see like, rather standing on business. Like, I do need us to reverse that FAMU versus BCU thing though, because we are the home team. Kids, fix it. But besides that, man, it's gonna be a fun time, man. A lot of stuff going on, and now after the game, look, don't tell nobody I told you about this one. A little spot downtown called Club Ember. Classic weekend. They got a little something going on. 10-2 after the game. So if you want to check them out, good times. I've been to that spot before. Good time. And the person running this event, good brother. And he is Greek. So if you want to support the Greeks, he's one of the good brothers from Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And so you know, we ain't too biased here. But in this case, yeah, definitely support this brother and the things that he's doing. So, but go check them out. They got food available, drink special until midnight. And you already know, I'm just gonna say, get your tickets now. Yeah, I know homecoming is gonna be crazy. I mean, Classic, sorry. It feels like homecoming. Classic gonna be crazy. Wildcats, Rattlers, everybody. We're gonna be in there. So that is definitely, if you don't have your tickets, place to be, check them out. Go to Eventbrite. It's there. Or just walk up to Club Ember. Like, it's pretty cool. It's nice, like, cool spot. Nice vibe. But woo, look, we go into this game. And just to remind people, SWAC East champions. And before we go too far, get y'all ready for this Classic. Look, if you're an Invested Champions member, you can get your tickets. Like they say the tickets are now available. You really have until Tuesday, November 21st, to get those tickets. Otherwise, they hit the open market. So do what you got to do. Do your due diligence. Don't get caught slipping. Because if you get caught lacking, somebody else gonna claim your tickets. They're gonna claim your spot. So just get y'all ready. Also, look, you might want to make some parking arrangements too. Like I got on good word that some of y'all gonna be a little upset about this parking when it comes to this. If you gotta invest in the Champions package in the parking, I'm just saying you might want to make sure your parking is good, especially if you park in the stadium. The SWAC is taking some of that parking. So look, 2 to me, 2 to you. Like, don't sit up there and just rest on your laurels and think that your parking is good and your parking spot's guaranteed because you have invested in Champions package. Much like professional football, like, dang, I wish I had my box. I said, dang, but I have a box from when I had season tickets with the Bucks, and the Bucks were straight up. And I think they made the playoffs that year. They're like, yeah, if we make the playoffs, this isn't including your season tickets. That's extra. You get a discount, but if you don't get it by this time, open market. Same thing with your investing in champion stuff. That does not include the postseason. So if you're a ardent supporter of FAMU Athletics and you're really trying to be at this game, especially if you have an investing in champions package, go ahead and get your stuff before it hits the market. Check on parking, see what the deal with your parking is gonna be. Yeah, I know I like to put y'all on game. I ain't saying I was in a meeting, but I was in a meeting. So it's just, I don't tell y'all everything, but I will tell you some things. I ain't gonna let you get caught slipping. Your man's is better than that. But just get ready, man. Be prepared. Be prepared. The notification on the flip side of that, there's 3 sides to every story, is what they used to say. So Investing Champions, general public, gonna come out a little bit later. So, make sure. Can't say Keith ain't tell you. I told you. It may have been Fangs up after dark, but I told you. Now for this game, this game is more of a classic than a lot of us are really giving people credit for, or a lot of people are giving credit or talking about. Like, go check the stats for BCU's last game. And y'all know, I graduated FAMU with a degree in history. Argue with data, argue with stats, and argue with numbers. Your emotions and your feelings about how the game went, I'll listen to it. But after that, I'm gonna make a decision based on numbers. And look, I'm also a teacher that works at OCPS, and OCPS is a data-driven district. One of the first things you got to learn about them. These are stats from BCU's last game. This is the thing that should stick out to you and nobody else if you don't catch nothing else from today. Last game, BCU ran for 412 yards. They passed for 68. That tells me, and that tells you, he's trying to pound the rock. Why do I say this is kind of a throwback game? And look, I just went ahead and jumped right in it. Look, it's Fangs up at the dark, y'all. Well, I ain't staying out all night. I ain't going to the gym in the morning either. I had to take my mini-me to the doctor and get her straight. So she should be straight after the show. Look, I got the Vicks Vapor Rub. We're going to get her straight. But they rushed for 412 yards. Like, this screams Billy Joe era, Alvin Wyatt era, Florida Classic. And why do I say that? And I ain't gonna lie. Like, shout out to St. Clair Moraine. He has his podcast, Round 1, on Hallelujah 95. And one of the things St. Clair did, he had Albert Chester on there, but he also had Cookman's former athletic director, Mr. Lynn, on there. Yo, that dude, he's so cool. But it was really cool to kind of see him and those dudes had the different perspective. They both played in a classic against each other, and to tell you how meaningful it was and how this rivalry is different. Like, do we like Cookman? They all right. Yeah, they all right. Do we hate them? Nah. We just want to beat them. It's like you fight your little brother or your little sister. Like, all right, you keep stepping to me wrong. I'm gonna show you. And then it's that one time of the year, every year in football, where they step up, and we gotta remind them who Big Brother is. That's all right. It's cool. That's what it is. But y'all can see they playing big boy football. Cookman, 412 yards. Like that's a lot. And this is straight from their website, so it ain't even me being petty about it. 3 100-yard rushers. Now the thing is, in this game, one of the things that's going to stick out to me, you have a contrast, not only in styles, because you got Willie Simmons' offense, which is very wide open, very pass heavy, very pass dependent, and you got Cookman's offense, run heavy, dependent on the running backs. They're going to lean on the run game to keep them in the game. And you starting to notice, like this team, they're not that great, but they're good enough to make sure they got your attention. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's for a few reasons. Mainly though, because Cookman's a run first team. I feel like they're going to try to wear down this defensive line, and that Lincoln game came at the right time. It was the perfect timing because you sat so many of your players. You got a great chance to give a lot of your guys some rest, especially on the lines of scrimmage. And good night. The center needed every bit of it because the backup center looked terrible. It's like it just is what it is. No disrespect to the kid, but it's just we got to call it based on what we saw, not how we feel. I feel like the student athlete is capable, but I will say the performance was lackluster. Not that the student athlete is. So the performance, it was lackluster. But we're going to see this game is going to really come down to a battle in the trenches. And I think one of the things that we're going to be kind of surprised to see is if FAMU can establish a run game. Because Cookman's going to. Like that's on Larry. They're going to establish the run. On Larry, on Mary, whoever. They're going to establish the run. And they're going to try to keep doing it. They're probably going to be somewhat stubborn about doing it. But at the same point, one of the things is going to be, can FAMU's offense limit turnovers? We've seen with Musa, he's about a 60% passer. Like on a good day, he's 65. On the other days, he could be a 50. But the thing for me is in this game is this. First, don't discount Cookman's corners. So we'll go quarterback for quarterback. I'm going Musa, just straight up. But Cookman's quarterback is still a quarterback. He can still throw the ball. I ain't saying he's better of the two. I ain't even saying he's good. You go back and look at them stats. Both of them was trash. One was 4 for 7 for 38 yards. Other was 5 for 12 for 30. It tells me you're looking for a quarterback. FAMU, we played the backup and we still won handily. Like, we know Moose is going to play. This is Moose's last classic. I almost said last game, but obviously, we got a SWAC championship to play in. So, excuse me, I know I got that much petty in me. But it's going to be an interesting thing to see these quarterbacks compete against each other. But then the running backs, like who's going to be running back 2? I got running back 1. Running back 1 for me is still Terrell Jennings. But man, we've seen where Kelvin Dean has shown that he can get in a rhythm. And when that joker gets in a rhythm, it's scary. Now, the other part is we've seen Yant also get in a rhythm. But the problem with Yant getting in his rhythm is he doesn't get to finish it. Like, he'll get 2-3 good runs in, then he's gassed. But then it's like 1st and 10 or 1st and 3 from the 3-yard line. Then we do some stuff. Like, I want Yant to be able to finish some of those runs. Receiver wise, and that's gonna be interesting. It might be a fight on the field. like, like I look, y'all know me. I can lie to you. I can tell you the truth. We got their best receiver wearing orange and green now. He was on. Look, he was wearing maroon and gold last year. Now look, that's going to be an interesting story. Like if and when FAMU wins this game, he would have one of the craziest stories in Florida Classic history because he would. I don't know. Would Marcus Riley, if FAMU wins this game, would he be the first player, not coach, to ever win the Florida Classic on both sides? That's that. I'm just saying. Look, Gerald, I'm gonna leave that to you with a Democrat. I might ask that question post game, but pre-game, that's kind of a crazy thought. Just as a fan, like you're gonna have a player that may be able to say he's won the Florida Classic as a Wildcat and a Rattler. It's crazy. Like that's some of the cool things that we're starting to see with the transfer portal that we don't like as much, but it is kind of cool, to see like this guy started at Florida State, now he's going to Miami. We saw that basketball, but we saw vice versa in football. So it's gonna be interesting to kind of see some of that carry out to where you had it before. Now on the D lines, I got family all day, but the catch on this is Cookman's still gonna have athletes. Like that's one of the things that Cookman's 3-7. No, they're not the best team in the conference. They ain't got nothing to play for but to spoil your season. But what they do well. And defensively, they are okay. Like they got a couple dudes that are like that. Like they got a kid from Jones. Yeah. But Buddy's like that. Like Buddy is like that. I'm gonna look. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to be fancy and do like Control F and type in Jones. And they got a few guys from Jones, so it's not even like, oh, here we go. I found him. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This kid, if you're a Rattler fan, you're gonna get so tired of him. If he's healthy, Steven Sparrow, that dude's a tackling machine. And honestly, if I'm them, I don't know if I keep him at nickelback. That dude might be a safety. Like this guy right here from Jones High School in Orlando, tackling machine. Like Buddy, that boy good. Like they don't even have his stats up. But go back and watch. I'm trying to remember the game. Was that was their homecoming? That dude was ever on the field. Like I'm just saying, that kid definitely like that. Like number 27, look out for that kid. If you're a FAMU fan, and if you're just a lay person watching the game, that dude is solid. And he just makes a lot of tackles. Like that's just the biggest thing. You're gonna get so tired of hearing Steven Sparrow. He's a gamer. He's a baller. Like dudes are, and that's one of the things about this rivalry with me. Like I'm gonna take jabs. Don't get me wrong. Like all week, look, my mama called it BCC. I'm gonna call it BCC. Any other time of the year, I do call it BCU. But this week, there's a little bit of petty. But with that dude, man, that dude's good. Sparrow was solid. And you're going to start to see, like, that's going to be the other thing. Like, I talked about D-line, I got FAMU. The linebackers, I got FAMU. But, man, what kind of tape is Major going to put out his last game? We get another 10-tackle game? Like, between Major and Sparrow, they're probably going to be leading tacklers. Like, if you can get something on, was it the MyBookie app, whatever, where it's like over under tackles, look, I would gladly in this game, man, shoot. Don't be stupid and put Isaiah Major over under for tackles and have that thing like a 7. Man, please. That's stealing. That boy gonna get like 10, 15 tackles just because they run the ball that much. But Sparrow, look, the middles, we kind of run some routes. The middle will be open. I'm gonna say that. And then secondary wise, we saw a little press in the last game. what we're gonna see? Because look, a lot of these corners are playing home. Like it's part of the thing about the classic. Like part of what makes it so cool is how many of these kids are from the same areas. Like I remember earlier today, with Lynn and Mr. Chester, Albert Chester, they were talking and they were like, Lynn Thompson, sorry, his last name escaped. It wasn't calling him by first name out of disrespect. I forgot the last name. But Mr. Thompson, they were talking about how these guys went to high school together, and Mr. Chester was saying how he's from Jacksonville, which is closer to Daytona and Tallahassee. And he was like, "Man, look, I went to FAMU, and the rest is history." And he was talking about how important that legacy was. Like his son had success against him, but you start to see like there's a lot of familiarity on the field. Like some of these dudes gonna be kind of dapping each other up. Some of these dudes gonna have some rivalries going back, some years. You talk trash, I talk trash. That's gonna be something to see, especially looking at the DBs. Like, and we all know DBs and receivers tend to be kind of chirpy. Like, it's not a slight at the position, but you got as a DB, you got to have a little bit of what for, because you getting burnt certain times. But it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Kicking wise, I don't know. Like I don't know. But it's gonna be fun. Now, if you are going to the game, look, get there early. They do have a blocked off section of town already prepared. So it's pretty much from the State Road 408 up to West Colonial Drive. If you are a person that needs landmarks, Colonial Drive is also State Road 50. There's a Wawa up there. So pretty much from that Wawa all the way to the other side of the stadium, good luck. Like, just good luck. They're going to shut that thing down. They're partially doing it to limit how many of your kin folks can get there. But they normally have the classic shuttle. Look, let's look that up. My parents normally, when they would come, they gonna miss this one, just because mini me is contagious. But they do have the Florida Classic shuttle, and you have a couple other shuttles too. The boosters are doing a shuttle, alumni are doing a shuttle. So you got concerts going on. JD's gonna be here. Tom Joyner's got a thing going on. They got the Greek Fest. Like, it's lit on Saturday. Like, it's going to be interesting. Gates open at 1:30. I'll be in there by then. I ain't gonna lie. I will definitely be in there. Kickoffs at 3:30. So it's gonna be interesting to see, like, just all the popping circumstance. They've opened up new seating on the FAMU side. Like, you can definitely see where within this, they're very responsive, like, to what the FAMU fans are wanting, as well as the Cookman fans. Like, this game, I'll be honest with y'all, attendance wise, I'm gonna go 55. I was about to say 60, because I feel like when you put the FAMU crowd in there and all the free tickets they're gonna give away tomorrow to them kids, you might get 60,000. But and Cookman coming in with some wins, like, that's important. Like, Cookman's coming in on a win streak. Like, this is going to be awesome. They do have the shuttle bus information up, though. There you go. So for those that inquired, wanted to know, again, this is from the Classic. It's their website. It ain't mine. I ain't create this. If you don't believe me, it's floridaclassic.org/game day, and it's game, then a hyphen day / and you can actually see where they're telling you where to park at and where they drop you off at. So just saying, you see the route, it's the same place they've been dropping y'all jokers off for 20 years. So, great question. The Saint asked, what was attendance last year? Look, I don't remember, but you know how that goes. Let's see. This ain't great podcasting, but 55. So 55,257. So it actually went up. So again, you can see Dr. Google, you can see the Fangs Up logo up there. So it ain't something I just created myself. I stand on stats, and we standing on business. And it's going to be an interesting game though, y'all. So, and it's a lot to do. So I just pointed out though, look, and look, I ain't getting paid for this. Check this one out. If you are in the area of Club Ember, they do have food available. The food is pretty decent. The drink specials supposed to be going till midnight. We'll tell y'all about the that venue. It's an open air it's like part of it is indoor, part of it is open air patio space. So it's a lot of fun. Like, and it's pretty cool. Also, if you're a Rattler booster, especially investing in champions, I need you to go ahead and get your stuff. Don't play. Don't be that person that's up here complaining about the AD and everything else and what she did and didn't do. You can see, check your ticket account, or if you're local, call the box office, or either way, call the box office. But I think the box office opens like 9 or 10. But go holler at them so that you can get your stuff if you're an Investing in Champions member. Like, don't forget, and then end up in the crowd. Like, you know what's up. So, oof, look, the same says if it was 55 last year, I think it'll be around 67 this year. You're not wrong. That's why I was like, that's 60. Look, that 55 number I gave is a little conservative. It might be 60. I could see 60 there. You already know outside the state, it's gonna be about 100. Tom Joyner's got an event going on that day. Like, it's crazy. Like, let's see. Look, I'd rather show you than tell you about it. How about that? So let's pull it up right fast. And again, this is on their website. So they got the little conversation, night distinction, got the job fair that's going to take place tomorrow. The kickoff luncheon. Hopefully you got your tickets. I think that's sold out. It is sold out. There was like $100 a piece. Battle of the Bands. It ain't sold out yet, but it's sponsored by Publix, and that's going to be at the Amway. If you haven't been to the Amway Center here in Orlando, and yes, I get I don't live in Orlando, but for my dad, I live in Orlando. I'm Orlando adjacent. There are not many bad seats in the Amway arena. It's not like the old arena. It's a solid space. I ain't gonna lie. Then you also have the Fan Fest. Y'all know how that goes. That's actually pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I didn't go out there last year just because timing and I was tired. Well, this year, your mans might slide out there. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to slide by the bank and get me a little extra change, just so I can, get me something. A turkey leg or something. You got the game itself, obviously, 3:30. And like I said, before that though, look, the Fan Fest. Look, let's just kind of put y'all on game, man. They got some stuff going on. It's free, and I normally have some type of vendors out there too. So look, that thing's gonna be lit, and you can only get some merch at the Fan Fest. Like, that's one thing I do like. And so, oh yes, here it is. It is up there. So, freaking thing went away. Well, Jermaine Dupri's gonna be performing at 11. So starting at 11, Jermaine Dupri's gonna be out there. So go check out the website if you don't believe me. Go check out their socials too. But it's gonna be fun here in the city of Orlando. If you are here, be safe. If you need a good restaurant, I'm telling you, man. If you want jerk chicken that don't never miss, Miller's on Forest City Road is barely in Orlando. Like, it's almost Altamont. But if you stay in like North Orlando in that area, man, hit them up. Beef patties. Yeah, I mean, I never had theirs. I get my beef patties from another place. But the jerk chicken, extra jerk sauce, my man, ain't never missed. My brother, woo. And the cabbage, ain't never missed. Like, Miller's on Forest City Road is not like Miller's Ale House. It's Miller's Jamaican cuisine, a little hole in the wall spot. It's actually across from a barbecue spot that's owned by a Rattler. Um, it's not Mo Better. Oh, what's the name of Ruther's barbecue spot? But it's at like a 76 gas station. They're right across the street from each other. It's solid. It'll get you where you need to go. Now the legend in Orlando is Pete's though. If you here in the 407 and you want some barbecue, Pete's is the place. Now if you on the west side, Three Little Piggies. Three Little Piggies, they make pork rinds fresh. Like them things smack so hard. Oh my goodness. It's over there in the Cricket Can and Winter Garden. So if you aren't going to the Fan Fest and you still want to kind of, get the farmers market vibe, do some other stuff, you come over to Winter Garden. They got some stuff going on. I won't be there though. I'm gonna be down by the stadium. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't sign up for the Pearson party this year. I didn't see it. But Steve, if you're doing it, look, Steve Pearson, that brother makes he's a mean cook. And I mean that in a nice way. So but a couple days away, y'all. For the Florida Classic, I got FAMU winning. I don't remember the score I gave y'all, but I know the score I put in the family chat. I put 38-24. I think this game is going to be closer than we expect. Same thing I said with Lincoln. I didn't think Lincoln was going to be a blowout. And especially once I saw Money Man Musa was out, I was like, yeah, it's going to be a tough sell. But going up and looking and seeing that you have rested starters, I expect a little bit of rust, actually. 2 weeks off, you ain't played. Yeah, you got to get healthy. But you also, were you going good on good? I think you were, because we definitely have those days planned out. But at the same point, were you going good on good with bad intentions? That's the difference. And it's hard to replicate this kind of rivalry in practice. I'm not that person that's throw all the records out the window, all that stuff. But it's just a little what for. And now something, I'm going to give y'all this nugget. The field conditions are going to be a concern for me. I said that on St. Clair's show round one. I say it again because it's been raining all day. Like if you're here in Orlando, it's been raining all day. It's not supposed to stop raining until tomorrow. Like it's supposed to be raining tomorrow too. 2 days of rain. Yes, you're on the turf, but at the same point, that don't mean that it's not going to be a little, sloggy. Like, can the turf dry out in time for kickoff? Is it going to get that hot? Like that's one of my questions. Look, y'all know we got questions, we find answers. But that's going to be a question for me. Like, can we get a field that's dried off? Yes, they play on the same field, but they play different offenses. You have an offense that's more reliant on the pass versus an offense that's, hey, let's just ground and pound this thing out. And look, if Cookman gets the running game going, that benefits them. Like it's still raining. 69% of the area is getting rain. So for those who aren't aware, it's like when you're looking at rain percentages, it's not like the percent or how likely you are to get rain. It's the percent of the area that's getting rain. Look, that's why you learn those nerdy things in school. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. And it's not supposed to stop until Saturday morning. 2 days straight of rain. It's gonna be a factor. I know the field drains much better than it did those years ago when we had the mud bowls and where the Classic was literally just a bog, and why they transferred over to the new field. But this is just something to pay attention to. I'm just one of those. I'm gonna call it what it is. And for those who are questioning, look, I stand on stats. These are the numbers. It's almost 11 o'clock right now. Look, y'all got 5, maybe 10, and then I'm gonna hit the showers. I'm gone. I might catch a NyQuil. You look and wait. See, tell me when you see it stops raining. Like that's Friday. It don't stop raining till like 9 a.m. Mostly cloudy. Do we get a good day? Like I'm just saying, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like that's just some of the intricacies of the game. Is FAMU going to be aggressive? Are they going to really be able to establish the run? Like all those different things are going to be questions that I'm going to have as a fan, and then also as somebody who's going to be in the box, hopefully on the field. Look, I sent that in, so they got a brother right. Look, you'll see me on the field. When you see a brother, just throw two fingers, throw some waves. I got you. But yeah, man. Look, it's dark. It's late. And look, y'all got to get ready to go to the club. Like y'all get to get ready. Um, it's gonna be fun. Like get ready to have some fun, talk a lot of trash, get your memes ready. I'm still laughing at the little Cookman dancers and all that. So some good times we had though. But HBCU Digital Network, this is home to the Fangs Up podcast. Also, Herb Seward and the Black Techies. We're gonna try to do. We ain't gonna do instant reaction. If we do, it's gonna be there at the stadium right fast before I go to catch the family. I got family in town, so y'all know what that means. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a plate. As my mentee say, you better do something safe, like go play in traffic. But look, post game, look, Auntie made. I know my auntie about to make some cake. I know auntie about to make some sweet potato pie. Move, get out the way. Like, it's pre-Thanksgiving festivities here, because look, Thanksgiving festivities, I'm chilling. But we're gonna be out there. We might do a little post game something. I'll talk to Brian and Kelvin, see what they're doing. Try to see if we can join forces one more again, and then help y'all get ready. Look, because post game, hopefully, we're raising the trophy again, getting ready for the SWAC championship. That'll be in a few weeks later. That's gonna be interesting to talk about and get prepared for. And we'll start looking at some of these recruits. Like FAMU's offered a bunch of recruits. I did mention one of them from Apopka High School. Lorenzo Payne, the fourth. Look at that dude. Look, he's a defensive end. Also plays linebacker. Sometimes he plays fullback. But very good player from that program. Look, Apopka got a running back too. That dude, he all right. He all right. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, they got a little something that they trying to do. They got Seminole on Friday. So that's why I was like, yo, let's make sure we get this in, because if I try to slide to that one, I ain't gonna be no Superman, but I might try to slide up there. Never been up to Seminole to watch that. So, but some good recruits coming in. Keep an eye out. If you haven't already, look, go check out the Fangs Up Twitter page, FQ FAMU Twitter pages. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, look, they just hit me with a throwback, but I'm just wanting y'all to kind of see, like, look, these Rattlers are standing on some business when it comes to recruiting. We saw some kids get offered. Jalen Smith, I see him up here. He looks like a receiver, Duval County, but I got questions. Is he a JUCO prospect? Because I see that Colin. I know Colin is, but again, that's a first look for me. So we also got Jeffrey Jones. Look, another dude, quarterback, 2025. Okay, St. Pete High. Is it St. Pete High? Yeah, St. Pete High School. So look, that's the third quarterback that FAMU's offered in the past week. I'm just telling you, might want to check that out. And then, did you see your boy Snap? Look, I just want to make sure. Look, I want somebody to love me the way us Rattlers love FAMU. Y'all saw Marquise Bell, and then your boy had the nerve to have the waves in too, like got the wave check too. Look, this brother took this off guard on purpose. he did that. I personally believe he did that on purpose. But you can see, and that dude has been killing it in the league. Like, we also got a commitment for the cat from NFC. look, Ladarius Pryor, another offer. I believe was it Evans? Was it Evans High School? Yeah, Evans High School. Man, 5'11", 190 running back. He all right. I saw him last week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was at the Evans versus a Parker game actually, and he was solid. Like he was a pretty good player. We're gonna see though. Like he's 26, 3.0 GPA, so kind of young, So it's kind of one of those like, if he sticks, he sticks. If not, he doesn't. But he looked good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. From my perspective, he passed the eye test. Like I definitely thought he was a solid player. That quarterback though, I ain't gonna lie. The Evans quarterback, that kid was gutsy. I liked him more than I thought I would. Like that was pretty solid. Just kind of looking at some of the high school ball in person. Popka got like about four dudes. That game against the Coy was just ugly. I ain't like that one. Now that kid at Lake Mary, that white boy's cold. That quarter, if you get a chance, watch Lake Mary High School here in metropolitan Orlando. That white boy's cold. That dude, he got offers to every place, but that dude is cold. Like that. And Sunshine got that. That way. That guy. Seminole's solid too, though. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be an interesting, hard-fought game in that one. So we're gonna see, man. And look, we might be there in person if it's raining, though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know how black people are about rain. I ain't made of sugar, but I sure as sugar ain't gonna be out there getting sick and being in the rain. No, sir. Y'all know black people don't do that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll probably go wear waterproof pants to the classic. I ain't playing. So, but HBCU Digital Network, this is home to Herb Stewart and the Fangs Up podcast. Look, thank y'all for watching. I know it's late. I know our normal showtime is supposed to be 8 o'clock, but again, I had to do some daddy things. So, we're gonna stand on business. We got to put family first. So we got to make sure my baby was straight. So she got it though. So we got her some medicine. We got her looked at. We good. But I will be there. Look, you see a brother, dap a brother up, fist bumps, all that good stuff. And it's always gonna be Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Dorsey, have it.